Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Reynolds with B.O.R.E.D, Better Off Reading Every Day. I know, my eyes, oh my gosh, I look so tired, right? My eyes are just big and glassy, and oh, it's quite the day. But guess what? I'm not sleepy. I'm definitely not sleepy. Kind of like one of my books here. Got some good ones for you. I'm Not Sleepy by Jane Chapman, Scholastic book. A Nap in a Lap, and this is by Sarah Wilson, Scholastic book. Bedtime for Button, Amber Stewart and Lynn Marlowe. And Where Wild Babies Sleep. Where Wild Babies Sleep. So we have 4 good ones for you, all about one of my favorite subjects. Yes, sleep. I know you're never tired, you never want to go to sleep, but you do know that you need sleep, right? So why not just read some nice books to help us get in the mood for sleep? That's what I'm doing here with you today. Getting in the mood for some nice weekend nap time, sleep time, snooze, siesta, anything you want to call it, as long as these guys right here are closed. A Nap in a Lap. It's easy to nap tucked in a flap or wrapped in a coil. Or sprawled upside down or curled up in fur. Or feathered in brown, or snuggled and fuzzled and kissed on the nose. Or cozied in hay, or the tip of a rose. Or cradled in snow. Or nestled on rocks, or snuggled in sand dunes. Or field grass or socks. Or warmed in the sea with a tummy between. Or hugged in a tree and surrounded by green. Or snugged in a nest or a log. Or a cap, but the best nap for me is a nap in a lap. Where Wild Babies Sleep by Anne Purnell. you know where wild babies sleep? Baby kangaroos sleep snuggled in his mother's pouch. Baby skunk sleeps curled up in a woodpile by the barn. Baby stingray sleeps buried under sand in the sea. Baby dormouse sleeps nuzzled up with brothers and sisters. Baby armadillo sleeps nestled in a nest of grass. Baby porcupine sleeps tucked inside a hollow log. Baby monkey sleeps wrapped up in her mother's arms. Baby puffin sleeps bunched up snug in a sandy hole. Baby walrus sleeps stretched out on a thick, cold ice. Sleeps on thick, cold ice. But the wildest baby of them all sleeps cuddled up in my house. Bedtime for Button. Button was ready for bed. My little bear cub must be tired, said Mommy, after such a busy day. Sweet dreams, said Daddy. Button thought about his day and wondered what his dreams might bring. He remembered that early morning sunshine, climbing with his big sisters, playing by their favorite pool, and finding interesting insects. That's when Button first saw the big scary tree bear. Button had forgotten about the scary tree bear until that very moment. Suppose it came into his dreams tonight. He couldn't take that risk. Mommy, Daddy, he asked. Button told them about the scary tree bear. Daddy said, Should I give you something nice to think about before you go to sleep? Nice thoughts always keep the bad ones away. Yes, please, Button nodded, feeling much braver about the scary tree bear. Well, wondered Daddy, should I tell you about the day when there were no scary things? A day so happy that if you think of it tonight, only sweet dreams will come. What day was that, Daddy? Asked Button, tickling Daddy's fur as he wiggled his nose. Daddy kissed the top of his nose and said, The day you were born. Oh. It was one of those days that started foggy, But I knew a hot and sunny day was just around the corner. A little like today, said Button. When I woke up, I couldn't even see over the berry bush. Yes, just like today, Daddy smiled. And on the day you were born, I gathered the juiciest berries and stickiest honey. A little like today, said Button, as he remembered lying in the warm sun eating his sweet breakfast berries. Yes, said Daddy, but even more delicious. On the day you were born, Daddy continued, holding Button's paw, your big sisters were so happy. They found special presents for you. Like my lucky pine cone, said Button, and my little log boat. And did they want to play with me too? Oh, yes, laughed Daddy. They wanted to play with you right then and there, but Mommy said you needed to grow a little first. Now I'm grown, said Button. We played so much today. We had to jump in 2 rivers pools to cool down. When evening came, said Daddy, I remember I took you in my arms to watch your first ever sunset and sing you a lullaby. Just like every evening, Button yawned. He loved watching the sun go down with Daddy and singing songs that made them laugh. And on your very first night, said Daddy quietly, you were so tired you fell fast asleep. Mommy and I watched you, and no bad dreams came to disturb our little one. Just like tonight, said Sleepy Button. Yes, whispered Daddy. And Daddy was right. Only sweet dreams came. The end of Bedtime for Button. That is a sweet siblings book. How happy his sisters and siblings were to see that he was born, and his daddy watching sunset with him, and his mommy putting him, oh, that is a sweet siblings book. I'm not sleepy. I'm not sleepy. Look at the illustrations in this book. At bedtime, Grandma always carried Mo up to the top of the tree. It's a long way for a little owlet, she puffed. Hop, jump, flutter, fluff. Grandma smoothed the soft leaves into a cozy nest and sat Mo carefully in the middle. Play with me, giggled Mo. No, sweetie, it's time for bed, smiled Grandma, and she blew him a kiss and hopped down to her book. The stars were fading when Grandma heard a rustle. Is that you, Mo? Yes, I haven't had my bedtime snack. The bedtime snack? How could I forget, thought Grandma. So she took one hop, jump, flutter, flopped to the top of the tree. Grandma sat and waited for Mo to finish his bedtime snack. Play with me, Mo snuffled between mouthfuls. No, honey bun, Time to go to sleep, said Grandma, and she blew him a kiss and hopped down to her book. The last bats were going home when leaves began to rain down from above. Mo, Grandma called, is everything all right? No, and I'm not tucked in. He's not tucked in, sighed Grandma. Up we go. Hop, jump, flutter, flop, right to the top of the tree. Grandma plumped and plodded and tucked and rolled until Mo looked like a wiggly green pancake. Play with me, he laughed. No, Pickle, it's bedtime, said Grandma. No more noise now unless there's an emergency, and she blew him a kiss and hopped down to her book. Grandma sat in the stillness. All was quiet at last. She was just about to start reading, then Grandma, it's an emergency, thought Grandma. Oh my goodness. What is it? What's the emergency? Puffed Grandma. I'm not sleepy, said Mo. I don't want to go to bed. I want to play. Grandma squeezed into Mo's cozy nest next to him. The thing is, Mo, it's bedtime, and at bedtime someone has to go to bed, she said. So I have a very good idea. I'll go to bed and you can stay up. Yes, laughed Mo, and you'll need fresh leaves and a bedtime snack and tucking in, and every time I come up, I'll blow you a kiss. Mo was very busy. He didn't have time to play. It was hard work putting Grandma to bed. Hop, jump, flutter, fluff, hop, jump, flutter, flump, flump, hop, jump, flutter, flump, flump. Most of the stars were gone when a little voice called up from below. Grandma, I'm really sleepy. Of course you are, Poppet. It's very late, said Grandma, and she hopped down the tree to her favorite owlet. On my back, she said. Hop, jump, flutter. Grandma carried Mo all the way up, flumped at the top of the tree. Grandma snuggled Mo down and folded soft leaves over him. Time for bed, she smiled. Then Grandma smoothed Mo's feathers gently, blew him a kiss, and hopped back down the tree for her book. The end of I'm Not Sleepy. What a sweet book. So you see, boys and girls, it is hard work putting you to bed, and it does get moms and dads and families very, very sleepy when you claim not to be sleepy. I'm thinking about all of the things that you come up with in order not to sleep. It is Miss Reynolds with B.O.R.E.D, Better Off Reading Every Day. I do not own the rights to any of these books that I have read to you, but I love storytelling magic. And the magic of these 4 books is that they are all in a way about sleeping. Putting Grandma to bed, when the baby was born, where animals sleep, and bedtime button. All about sleeping. And boys and girls, the magic that I love about this is we all need sleep. It refreshes and recharges our brain. And as much as you don't like it and all of these excuses that you come up with, you need a snack, you need to go to the bathroom, you want your favorite toy. We've all heard it before as parents, and that's kind of some of the fun about it because we know you're stalling. We've been there. We are pros at this putting to bed game. Guess what? Can I tell you a secret? One of my favorite times of day and one of my favorite things to do when I work is to put my kids to bed. I loved it when I used to do it with my daughter because I would tuck her in every single night. And I love it with my kids because all of the day is done. We're winding down and we're ending the day together. And that makes my heart extremely happy. So when you see your parents trying to put you to bed, it's something that they really, really need for you and for them to end the day ever so nicely by giving you that good night kiss. Bye, boys and girls. I definitely think it's bedtime for the both of us. Ever been so tired that you sleep standing up? Yep, that was one of my baby brother's specialty. He was never tired, but somehow he managed to fall asleep standing up. Bye.